Hey, it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. Thanks for being back with me today. I have a new story for you. Although I've told this story many times because it's kind of interesting. When I was a senior in high school, and that's been a long time ago because I graduated in 74, like 48 years or something. I didn't need full credits the second half of the year because I had all those taken care of. So I only went to school half time, but I worked full time. I worked in a little restaurant called Vips Restaurant. I don't know if any of you've ever been there. One of the things that they were kind of famous for was their gigantic hot fudge sundaes. And so I was working full time and I was going to school half time. And I wasn't getting very many hours sleep, but I was young and I thought it was okay. But one night it really wasn't okay. So that night I got off about 2 in the morning, maybe 3 in the morning, and I was headed home. It wasn't very far from where I live, from Canyonville to Riddle. I don't know, maybe 9 miles. But I was sleepy, really, really sleepy. And in my mind, my 18-year-old mind, I knew I had to get home really fast. And it's not something that I suggest people do, but that was what I was thinking. I've got to get home really fast or I'm going to fall asleep when I'm driving. That should have been a warning to me, but it wasn't. So as I was driving home on the road, that's really 65, maybe 70 is the top you should be doing on that road. I was going much faster. Now I will tell you, I did not ever go 100 miles an hour because in my mind, if I ever went 100 miles an hour, I would lose a wheel. One of my wheels would pop off and I would wreck. But I was driving 99 miles an hour. I was coming around, I was probably only going 90 at the point, and then I was coming around this curve and I knew that there was a straight stretch and I was opening it up. I was just flooring it. And I reached 99 miles an hour. And I saw something nobody wants to see when they're speeding. In fact, nobody wants to see anyhow. All the way across this 2-lane highway were flashing red and blue lights. I mean, completely across it, the road I was on. And as I was able to focus in, I could see why. I mean, those were all police cars blocking the whole road, and somebody had hit a horse, and that horse was dead on the road. So I began to try to stop, but there wasn't very much space, so I was putting on my brakes as much as I could until I realized there's no way that I can stop. I have to drive between these police cars. And they're going to be able to catch me. And my dad is going to find out. And I'm going to be in so much trouble. It's kind of a crazy way to think. So instead of continuing to slow down, what I did, because maybe I got down maybe to 50 miles an hour, I don't know, I stepped on the gas again and I went flying right between those police cars. And the officers all moved out of the way, let me tell you, and I went flying into town. The town I lived in, Riddle, is a very small town. And I was probably the only one on the street driving, but I didn't want them to follow me home again, I didn't want my dad to find out. And so I just was driving all over town so they couldn't find me. Well, I don't even know if they turned out looking for me or not. But eventually I went home, and that taught me an important lesson. I had no business driving that fast. Maybe I thought I was a good enough driver to handle the car, but I could not handle something that was unforeseen, like a big roadblock, like a dead horse in the road. It could have been anything, like if one of my tires fell off. So after that time, I drove much slower, and it was something I had to learn. And praise God, I was able to learn it and not hurt anybody else and not hurt myself. So I hope none of you try this, and I hope that you can get an idea from mine, and maybe you have stories of things that you did when you were younger, or maybe last week, that weren't too good of an idea, and you survived them, but you learned a lesson from them. Anyhow, I thought you might like to hear this story. It's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. I want to pray blessings on you and yours, in your house and out of your house, in the day and the night. Whatever you do, keep dreaming. Bye-bye. Have a good day.